Yo, what's good peeps? In this video, we're gonna run through October's games with gold and the games that will be coming and leaving Game Pass for the month of October, so make sure you keep it locked. From the 1st of October up until the 31st, Xbox One owners can grab Slayaway Camp Butcher's Cut. This game is basically paying homage to classic 80s trash horror where you play as Skullface, an adorable demented villain, out to terrorize camp counselors and any other blocky victims he finds. If I'm honest with you guys, I've actually never heard of this game before, but if Friday the 13th and Roblox was to have a baby, maybe this is what they would have created. Maid or Sker will be available from the 16th of October up until the 15th of November 2020 for Xbox One owners. This game is basically set in a remote hotel that has an extremely gory history. You can use stealth tactics to stay alive against a cult of sound-based enemies. This game does look pretty interesting. I've never actually come across this game before, and whilst maybe I might not be rushing out to play this game anytime soon, it's definitely one that I don't mind adding to the library. Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy will be available from the 1st to the 15th of October on Xbox One and Xbox 360. This game is basically inspired by the mythology of ancient Egypt, where you get an opportunity to play as Sphinx and his reluctant hero friend the Mummy as they travel the world to foil the evil plans of Set. Not gonna lie, this doesn't look like a type of adventure game that I personally would enjoy playing, but who knows, it might be a pleasant surprise. Last up for the free Xbox games for October 2020 when it comes to games with gold is Costume Quest. This game will be available from the 16th of October up until the 31st of the month for Xbox One and Xbox 360 owners. In this game, you get an opportunity to collect superpower magical costumes and level up your hero in the monster-filled neighborhoods of Auburn Pines. I'll be lying if this was yet again another great interest of mine, but I guess it's definitely free, so why not sling it in the library. Keeping it real for Xbox games with gold for October 2020, there isn't really much for me in there to shout about. I guess with it being Halloween month, I get where they're going with all of the spooky themed games, and I guess fans of horror games will definitely have a few decent games to keep them occupied throughout the month. However, for a gamer like me, I do feel since Games Pass introduction, the Xbox games with gold freebies haven't consistently been much to rave about. Speaking of Game Pass, let's take a quick look at some of the upcoming games that will be dropping on Game Pass in October 2020. Doom Eternal will be available for Android and console and will be added from the 1st of October 2020. In this game, you must become the Slayer in an epic single-player campaign to conquer demons across dimensions and stop the final destruction of humanity. This has definitely been dubbed as one of the hottest shooters of 2020, and I'm personally really looking forward to downloading this game and actually diving into this game. This definitely shows why Bethesda has signed with Xbox and they're definitely making use of that partnership. Hollow will be hitting PC from the 1st of October 2020, and for those who don't know, this game is basically a cooperative action village building game set in a hollow, a blighted mirror of our world in which players build and defer villages of drakes, the lovable local vegetable folks. As someone who don't actually game on PC, I probably won't get an opportunity to play this game, but from what I've seen online, this actually does look like a pretty fun title. Brutal Legends flies onto consoles on the 8th of October 2020. Brutal Legend mixes hack and slash mayhem with huge strategy battles as Eddie and a band of stalwart heroes fight to free the world from a demonic overlord. Now, since I actually saw this game back on the Xbox 360 so many years ago, I've always wanted to actually play this game because it has been somewhat of an interest to me, but I never got around to playing it. So personally, I am actually glad to see this game added to the Game Pass library. I'll be lying if I'm saying I'm going to download this on day one, but it's definitely one of those games I've always really wanted to play. Also, on the 8th of October, you will be able to download Forza Motorsport 7 on the Android console and PC if you've got that all-important Game Pass. In this game, you get an opportunity to drive the cars of your dream with more than 700 amazing vehicles to choose from, including the largest collections of Ferraris, Porsches, and Lamborghinis ever. Now, whilst this game does look amazing, I'll be honest and hold my hands up and say that I've never really been a fan of the motorsport series when it comes to Forza games. Personally, I just prefer the Forza Horizon series, but this is definitely still a great addition to the Game Pass library. Last notable entry will be on the 8th of October 2020 with Inkenfell, which will be available to download for both console and PC. This game is a turn-based tactical RPG about a group of troublesome magic students. In this game, you get an opportunity to use time-based combat mechanics to power your spells and block attacks, explore the twisted halls of a vast magic school, fight challenging monsters and bosses, find tons of hidden treasures, and uncover dark secrets never meant to be found. Now, if I'm honest with you guys, I've never actually heard of this game before, but it does look pretty cool and probably worth a check out. Now, with so many games added, I guess we got to take a quick look at some of the games that will be departing on the 15th of October 2020. First up, we've got Felix the Reaper, which is currently available on console and PC, and this game is basically a romantic comedy about life or death. Now, I haven't actually played this game before, but I might definitely give it a quick run because it does sound pretty interesting, and I will try and download it before the 15th of October. Also leaving on the 15th of October 2020 is survival horror FPS Metro 2030, which is currently still available for console and PC. This is yet again another title that I haven't had the opportunity to download on Game Pass, but whilst I've got Call of Duty and other first-person shooters to keep me content, this probably will be a game that I may miss out on playing. Another one leaving on the 15th is Minute, which is also available on console and PC, and this game is a peculiar little adventure played 60 seconds at a time. This game has definitely caught my attention before, but I never actually got an opportunity to play this game or even actually closely check it out. I think I saw it announced for the Nintendo Switch at some point, and that's when it actually did hit my radar, but it's one of those games that kind of flew under the radar after a little while, so I will definitely try and maybe give this game another spin run before it leaves. PC players will have until the 15th of October to play Saints Row 4 Re-Elected. Now, I actually did play this game back on the PlayStation 4 maybe a few years back, maybe 2-3 years ago, and I absolutely love this game. From the surface, it does look like a wacky and strange game, but trust me, it is 100% fun and entertaining and definitely worth checking out if you haven't had the opportunity to play this game before. I personally do recommend it. Last notable game leaving will be State of Mind, which is currently available on PC, and this is another game that I actually do own on my PlayStation 4 and another really fun but challenging game, another one that I feel that you should definitely try and download before it goes. So just remember, all of those games that I've just mentioned will be available up until the 15th of October, but if you do want to keep playing these games after that time, you do get an opportunity to get a 20% discount on some of those titles. So all is not lost if you miss out on playing those games before the 15th of October. Anyway peeps, there was definitely a lot of information in this video. What do you make of both Xbox Game with Gold and Game Pass games for October 2020? As I mentioned before, Games with Gold has been a little hit or miss for me over the past 12 months or so, but Game Pass still seems to be putting up some really strong games and titles each and every month. As always, if you did enjoy this video, be sure to smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel before, feel free to subscribe to definitely keep updated with some of the latest gaming information that we try and drop here every other time. So until next video, we definitely say peace out, peeps.
Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more cool urban gameplay videos.